Hey guys, SeanB, and today we are playing with the Fire Demon Bael. After the previous balance patch, which said ease the condition of granting continuous damage that's proportionate to the damage dealt, also increase damage by 8%, if that matters so much. We're gonna see how many continuous damage he can grant with Flames of Hell. Before we get into the test, just gonna rewind back to the first time I played with him. Let's try again. How much damage? 12,000. So I think, okay, every 10,000 damage you do 1 dot. That is the math right there. We did around 30-ish thousand to the Kumar, so we did 3 dots. And in TOA I think I did around 20-ish thousand, so we did 2 dots. Every 10,000 damage you are doing 1 dot. So I learned that for every 10,000 damage that you do, you grant 1 continuous damage, which is okay but not too amazing, because if you're doing 20,000 damage, another 2 continuous damage would not mean much in terms of killing the enemy if you are using only him as the AoE damage dealer. But if you're doing around 40 to 50,000 damage, you're probably gonna kill everything anyway, so putting on 4 or 5 continuous damage will be kind of meaningless. In the past, I tested on the exact same stage. I did around 20,000-ish damage and I land 2 continuous damage. Flames of Hell. So we land 1 continuous damage. 1. How is that ease the condition of granting continuous damage COM2US? Like, why am I doing less continuous damage comparing to before the patch? I don't get it. Okay? I don't get it. Now without attack buff, can I even put 1 continuous damage? So with 17,000 damage on that Amazon right there, I couldn't put any. But in the past, I could have put 1. Okay? And in the past, with 20k damage, I could have put 2. By the way, he has an accuracy leader, which is really good for putting dots. So for Miho, let's do Flames of Hell. Watch closely. 32,000 damage, we put out 5 dots. Okay? In the past, on a Kumar, 30,000 damage could put 3 dots. But in TOA just now with 20,000-ish damage, we put out 1. And now we're putting out 5. So I don't feel that it's proportionate to the damage that I do anymore. Now let's do it on a Theomas, because his skill 3 has Elemental King on any enemy anyway. No attack buff, okay? We're gonna do this. So we're putting out 4 dots with around 19,000 damage. I don't understand. Like, what kind of calculation is this? At first, I thought it's gonna be 5,000 damage per dot, but that didn't happen to the TOA monster. And I don't know. I don't understand. Now we're gonna have branding on Theomas as well. So we're doing 37,000, also 5 dots. So we went from 30k to 37k with no increase in the amount of dots that we can put on the Theomas. So I did more testing offline on Miho and other unit. 5 dots is probably the maximum you can put on the enemy, but it's not set in the skill, which is also another thing. Like, if you can put out maximum 5 continuous damage, at least say that in the skill. Let's try on another unit. So Flames of Hell, we go in against Triana. We put out 2 dots with 17,000 damage. But we could have put more on Theo or Miho. Why is that so? Let's try on this very tanky Molong. Flames of Hell. Let's go. 18,000, only 1 dot. It's so inconsistent according to the damage dealt. So I concluded that it's actually not based on the damage dealt. It's actually based on the HP that the enemy unit has left. I noticed that if they are at a very low HP amount after the attack, they receive much more dot comparing to a unit that has quite a fair bit amount of HP after the attack, like let's say Molong or Triana. And in TOA, where everybody is pretty healthy after the demon's attack, they don't suffer as much continuous damage. As you can see right here, boom, only one, even with 20,000 HP dealt. Okay, this is Horde of Magic B10. Let's try to see what kind of dots we can put on the boss. 24,000, 0 dots. So it further reinforced my belief that the dots is based on the HP situation of the enemy unit after the attack, because we can see clearly in PvP that with that amount of damage we put out dots. We put out different kind of dots on different kind of enemy. So I don't get it. Why do you want to do this? I don't get it. If you're using him to do damage and enemy is pretty healthy after the attack, you'll want to put out more dots on that enemy because he is obviously very tanky, so you couldn't do much damage to the enemy. But because you are not doing much damage, the enemy is now not receiving any dots at all. But if you are doing damage on a Theo or Miho or Swishy damage dealer, then they receive much more dot where they are about to die already. So having 1 dot on that enemy or 5 dots won't make a difference. And then it is inconsistent between a tanky enemy and a semi-tanky. As you can see, Molong received 1 because he was rather healthy after the attack, but Triana received 2 because she was below 50% after the attack, and Theo was receiving 4 after the attack because he had no HP left. So it doesn't make sense to me if you look at this unit, because you want to put more dots on an enemy that has a lot of HP left to potentially help him to become a better damage dealer. If you do this, then he's putting more dots on something that's probably dead, and you're putting less dot on something that's rather tanky. So in my opinion, it's actually harder for him to put out dots. I thought it's gonna be pretty amazing for TOA because you can set him up to do 20-30k damage pretty easily, and if you can put out 4 to 5 dots, it's gonna make him amazing with things like Tattoo. And now we have Akia, who is a free-to-play Zyros, which will probably be a better fire AoE damage dealer than the Fire Demon. Let's try and do some damage onto the enemy. So we're probably putting out 1 dot to Laika, okay? And put out 1 dot to Lauren. And look at her. We actually pushed her down to a pretty low amount, but we could only put 1 dot to Lauren, which is kind of trash. Okay, let's push back the enemy. Strip the wheel, put on this. So if we kill, dots means nothing. And if they survive, they need to be under many dots. So let's go. Look at the damage. 33 for Ager, he's dead immediately. So 1 dot could have do that, right? And we did similar damage to Skogo, and he received 1 dot. And why does Perna have 3? I don't even understand. Like, the HP left with Perna is similar to HP left with Skogo. So why did Perna have 3? It's so strange, don't you think? Okay, let's try again. How many dots can we put on the monkey over there? I hope we can put like 2 maybe. But let's look at the rest as well. So we go with time to loot and good defense break. Let's go, baby. Boom, 30k, 2 dots on the Chow, but 2 dots on the monkey as well. And look at the HP situation, it's very different too. So what do I believe in now? Like, I don't get it. I just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Oh my god. What how do I believe? What kind of multiplier or scaling do we have on the Fire Demon now? Is it based on damage down? Is it based on HP situation? Because if it's based on HP situation, you can just say that, right? In the end, I think that was a huge mistake
to change his scaling to this, because I really hope they make it actually easier for him to put continuous damage. And by that I mean 5,000 damage per continuous damage effect on the enemy. So when you do 20k, you can put out 4 continuous damage, which is pretty amazing for a continuous damage unit. Not like it's crazy mechanic, it's just continuous damage. But at least actually make it easier and actually play your game. Like, please. What do you guys think about the new Bael? Let me know down below, because I'm hella disappointed right now. Leave a like if you appreciate the test, leave a comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time.